Hey guys, and gals, and non-binary pals. We're painting a thing I fucking hate. I hate this thing. I do not like its legs. Your legs are ugly. The rest of you is fine, it's just your legs. Why do you have the legs that you have? You fucking creature. Hello. I am not excited for this, but I want to get him out of the way, and I'm not... Just because I don't like him doesn't mean we're going to half-ass this job either. He is a part of my army, he's a part of the family, so we treat him like it. So we treat him with love and respect, even if he has horrible legs. How you doing though, chat? Like, what's going on with you guys? What's going on in your lives? Can of Krylon. The fuck is that? Cooking dinner for the family. Ah. What game is it for? 40k or Battletech? It's for 40k because it's a dreadnought. It is the Basilisk dreadnought from the 10th edition box. It's a good model. It has wonderful stats. It's just ugly. I hate its legs. I was listening to an audiobook for I'm a Spider, so what? I haven't read the book, so I wouldn't be able to tell you? Like, that's the thing. You will have to just come to your own conclusions about that message. Or if it's what the author intended. This guy is gonna have to be, like, all silver, and then we'll have to, like... he's gonna take up a whole paint pot by himself, isn't he? We'll have to do, like, a light layer over him. And then go back over again and again until, like, he's... Also, those new Mario Kart tracks come out soon. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for new Mario Kart tracks. I'll play them on stream for you guys. I also want to do Pikmin when that game comes out. I'm very excited for Pikmin. Biotic Empress in the house! Hi, Cleo! How you doing? What to play on my deck? How are you? I'm alright. Trying to cool down because like it's fucking hot as hell in here. Don't want the fan like blowing out your ears either. Which, but I think it's all but inevitable now at this point. I'm just gonna play Postal 2. Okay. This dreadnought will slowly come together. It's gonna take a while, but we will get it to a pristine condition. do a good enough job, like, I'll... Very shiny right now, so... Yeah, the reason why I'm painting the Basilisk today instead of the Librarian that I wanted to do yesterday is because I was feeling like shit yesterday because it was, like, way too fucking hot. And I was just like, I can't stream like this. It's too much. But I told myself I would make it up to all of you by painting something that I don't necessarily like to make up for it as like an extra challenge to myself for your entertainment. Because I'm not showing frustration yet, but I'm getting there with this thing. How much does you need to spend to get into 40k? Hi, Chakra. Well, that depends. Which game type do you want to play more? Because some armies are going to run you up a lot more money than others. But thankfully, a bunch of idiots went and bought a ton of competitive armies, and then those armies got nerfed. So you'll be seeing a bunch of armies on sale on eBay pretty soon. If you're Canadian, it's going to run you about $180 to buy a standard combat patrol. It comes with everything you need to play a 40k game, army-wise. No rulebook, though. You'll need to buy the rulebook separately. How would I rate the races in 40k from worst to least worst? Buddy! There's, like, no way to do that. That's based on, like, personal preference, and I'm not about to, like, start... This isn't a situation where it's like, oh, who's worse, Dr. Freeze or the Joker? Or Harley Quinn. This is, like, empires and groups that do horrible shit on the reg. Why does everybody want, like, this kind of thing? Like, okay, but who's the least, like, who's the least shit? Who's the least shit? I hate this. I hate this song. Get it out of my face. It is, and, like, we're 40K is a very comparison is part of human nature. Well, it when asking me, like, who's the worst, it's kind of like saying to me, hey, who's worse, the guy who stabs babies or the guy who burns down orphanages? They're both fucking terrible! What? They're all fucking shit, dude. You just kind of got to accept that, like, whoever you pick, you're picking the bad guy. This isn't like a Halo situation where, like, oh yeah, the UNSC can be shit, but at least it's much better than, like, the Covenant. I know it's a very grim version of the future. It's... Ah! You're not the first person to ask me that, and my brain, every time someone does, so please don't feel bad about this, every time someone asks me that question, my brain just has to, like, do a reboot for a second. And I try to answer it, and, like, my brain's just like, that doesn't work or make sense, or, like, yeah, no, that's just kind of justifying a war crime. And I can't do that. It's frustrating because some of the people that are asking me that question genuinely just, they don't like playing the bad guy. And I can fully understand that. I try to play nothing but the good guys in video games too. Because, like, playing the assholes is, like, it sucks. But, like, that's also the beauty of 40K, is that it's so big, you can make your own faction and do what you want with them. Because, like, the Imperium sucks at record keeping. So why can't your guys be good? Why can't your guys be like, democracy! Or, oh no, we bring humanitarian aid and we defend those that need defending. It's just that, like, you will never find a faction in 40K that is innocent. I was just wondering if you had to pick where to drop into, but for me, I would nearest black hole and jump in because that would be the nice way to die in there. Yeah, honestly. Agreed. By the way, the amount of weirdos that have commented on my video about, like, there being no good people in 40K and they're just being, like, extremely LARPy and weird. I do not like those people. Because, like, they usually get, like, pretty fucking angry with me, and I'm just like, get mad at me all you want, I'm right. I see what makes you cheer. Like, I used to think living in Halo would be awesome, and then, I read the books. And I learned the hard way that that's a stupid-ass decision. Like, Halo is nowhere near in the same ballpark of fucked up as a 40K is. But holy shit, is Halo fucked up. Plus, like, if it came down to a list, it would just be, like, virtue of who's been around the longest, who's committed the most war crimes. And war crimes that we can track. But yeah, I assume I'm gonna keep getting those questions for, like, the foreseeable future. Because, like, a lot of people are just like, please let me justify my super soldiers. And I go, I can't. Just accept that they're evil and play. Just accept that you're the guy who stabs the babies and burns the orphanages already, please. I beg. You'll be much happier for it. Even... God, I remember getting into an argument with a guy, and, like, he just flat out admitted to me, and this was like a 40K argument about, like, letting newcomers in. He was totally against it, I was all for it. And he just straight up admitted to me he was a Nazi. Like, full-on loving the mustache man and everything, and I'm just like, and you think you have the moral high ground here? You're funny, kid. Also, when he realized what he'd done, he just started trying LARP to get out of it, and I'm like, you literally can't LARP your way out of this. And then he tried to sick his friends on me, and I just manhandled all of them. It was great. Verbally manhandled, by the way. I got an error. Try again. What is your favorite Horus Heresy novel? Ooh, my favorite Horus Heresy novel. You know, it used to be Galaxy in Flames, but then Mark of Calth took it. Well, No Fear took it. Ugh. If you don't know what No Fear is, it is the book where it's the Ultramarines versus the Word Bearers, and it's essentially a whole book where the Ultramarines lose and have to, like, pull something back just to, like, scratch out a win. But it's not really a win, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best. Because, like, the Ultramarines get their ass handed to them in that book. And it's all masterfully done by the Word Bearers. And in that book, there's this really, really chilling scene where, like, because the Ultramarines don't know the Horus Heresy is going on. Couldn't Duel Monsters just solve everything in 40k? No. Nice meme, but no. The Imperium would just get the right to shoot the other player. Also, the knowledge to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Was lost. We now play... We play something different. Yes, Sarah, I know you exist. Oh, that'll be future armor Dragon Ball. I must go work, but I shall use this stream. Alright. But yeah, like, there's this really chilling scene in No Fear where an Ultramarines captain is having dinner with his old friend and the Word Bearers. And his old friend basically is hinting about what's going to happen, and the Ultramarines not getting it at first, but then it finally starts to click, and, like, the Ultramarines' head as, like, this conversation keeps winding up. And essentially, the Word Bearer lays out the entire plan for, like, what they're going to do to the Ultramarines and Calth, the system, like, they're both at. And, like, the Ultramarines, like, oh, you're telling me this so we can, like, stop it, right? And his friend looks at him, says, no. I told you this because you're not leaving this room. And then he shoots him across the table, and it's just... It was so disturbed with just how cold it was. Because he was getting payback for his whole... Like, he was getting payback for what the Ultramarines did to them years ago. Even though his friend, like, wanted to make up for what happened, it didn't matter. Like, the Word Bearers were locked in. And it didn't matter if you were close friends with them or not. It's such a good book. And even, like, I need to explain this. So, like, the Ultramarines at the time were, like, the biggest legion, like, over 200,000 Marines. And the Word Bearers send an initial force of, like, 10,000. 10,000 Word Bearers. And they position themselves and move themselves in such a way, both in space and on the ground, to maximize casualties that the Ultramarines would suffer. And only firing a few shots and crippling the Calth defense network, the Ultramarines were a legion of 200,000, knocked down to about 40% within the span of an hour. No one knew what the fuck happened. And the word bearers just pressed the assault, pressed the attack, and, like, the Ultramarines that were still recovering from the initial had no idea what was going on. And then they would just be gunned down by, like, the word bearers who were, like, playing coy with them as well. Like, there was instances where, like, the Ultramarines were like, what the fuck just happened? And the word bearers would be like, yeah, no, like, there's people over there that need help. And the Ultramarines would go to help them, and then the word bearers would hang back and then shoot them in the back. It's a really depressing book, but it's my favorite because, like, just having a concrete version of, like, Gulliman and everything, who he and the Ultramarines are, like, they have their gripes with the other legions, but, like, it's from a genuine place of, like, we know they could be better than that. And it's why we're hard on them, but, like, we do care about them. We just wish that they, like, weren't like this. Like, these brutes, these barbarians that, like, everyone makes them out to be. We wish they weren't like that. And we would, like, love to work with them in everything. And it's heartbreaking when, like, Gulliman learns that, like, his brother betrays him. And just, like, seeing how, like, Gulliman reacts. Like, Gulliman doesn't even get back into the fight immediately. He gets vented out into space, and for, like, 2 hours, because, like, he's a Primarch, he can handle the vacuum of space. He just wanders about in, like, an angry rage, hunting down word bearers who are, like, trying to board his ship, and just gutting them, and, like, beating them down. Like, there's this very visceral rage and humanity that you see from Gulliman in that book, and it's really, really good. Not to mention, like, we also have to see, like, how the Ultramarines have to essentially adapt to what's going on, and, like, they have to be willing to fire upon Marines, which is something, like, there's a character in the book named Thiel, and Thiel is, he's an Ultramarine who was shamed for running simulations on fighting fellow Astartes. Like, he was, like, censored and everything. He had to get, like, he was forced to paint his helmet red, and he was ostracized from his legion because of it. And to see, like, the Ultramarines go from, like, yeah, no, like, you're a total bastard, to, like, having to reconcile with the thought that, like, no, Thiel was right to do that. And, like, even the Primarch, like, admitted he was wrong. That is so rare in 40k, where, like, a Primarch admits he is wrong. Because, like, no other Primarch at that point in the books would ever say that. They would never say to their soldiers and their sons, I was wrong. And just getting that from Gulliman is incredible. And that, like, Gulliman isn't, like, this flat character that, like, he was made out to be for, like, years. that he wasn't perfect. He's this person that fucks up. And that, like, after he realizes that he fucked up, he works with Theo in, like, trying to figure out how to win this battle. And they do. They do win. Like, they do survive it. But, like, the Word Bearers more than crippled the Ultramarines in, like, the span of a few days. Now, granted, the Ultramarines bounced back really hard because, like, Gullyman is, like... Gullyman, he's the master of, like, organizing shit. But it was extremely touch and go for a while with them. And it was extremely fucked up. But yeah, if you can, try to find the book Know No Fear. It is a really good book. Highly recommend. It also has, like, the moment where, like, the author, Dan Abnett, is most proud of what he wrote. So, that also helps. Ah. Boss is a good man. Thank you. Hmm. What is life like on Ultramar? Uh, Ultramar is... So, it's not Ultramar. The Ultramarines' homeworld is Macragge. Ultramar is the realm. Like, their galactic realm. And it is 500 worlds. Like, the 500 worlds of Ultramar. What's it like on Macragge, like the Ultramarines' homeworld? It is a... Essentially imagine Rome and Greece mixed together. Lots of mountains and, like, lots of flat land and oceans. It is a beautiful world in 40K. And it's essentially like ancient Greece and Rome in space. Like, regularly it's described as a paradise when it's not on fire. But essentially, it is described as a place of culture for Ultramar, and that, like, it is a bastion for the Ultramarines. And that, like, the Imperial industry that would, like, ruin most planets has not ruined Ultramar. As for the other planets in the 500 worlds, it depends wholly where you live. Some worlds are medicine worlds, which are like, they're giant hospitals. I suppose, for, like, you to recover. There is... like, agri-worlds, which is like, basically farm world. There's Calth, but Calth is kind of a nightmare. Because, you see, during the book No Fear, Calth's son was, ruined by a chaos ritual that essentially made it, like, overclock itself. And it irradiated the surface of Calth. So when you live on Calth, you're essentially living in the underground. And it's not a nice place to be. It's like, it's essentially like you're living underground for, like, the rest of your life. And there was nothing the Ultramarines could do to fix it, so, like, they're kind of stuck with it. But yeah, like, when we refer to Ultramar, we are referring to the 500 worlds and, like, the realm of Ultramar. We're not talking, like, the planet, because there is no planet called Ultramar. Still wouldn't want to live there, by the way. I love my Ultramarines, but, like... Not living there. Can't make me. Really cool watch. What's up, Sarah? What's up? Hold on, the cat's screaming at me. What's up, baby? What's got you in a twist? What's got you upset? No, I can't go too far. Come here. Cat cameo. Look at her. Just gonna close that. Say hello, baby. Say hello. Say hello. Look at the cat. Look at her. Oh, you must you adorable little thing. You are. You are. Oh, you're so cute and snuggle. Yeah, you are. Does this help? You're gonna scream at me again? You're gonna start yelling at me again? You're gonna yell at Daddy? You're gonna say Daddy doesn't love me? No, I love you a lot. You can be a pain. You can be a pain in my ass, but I love you. I love you very much. Look at her, chat. She's just so cute. Look how cute she is. Look how sweet. Okay, you are. Oh! She nibbled me. She has the taste of blood in her. She bit me. Cat cam. Sorry that I'm not very talkative and that I'm very quiet. I'm just like... I'm focused. I'm hyper-focused. I want to get these parts done properly. And I'm just like... I hyper-focus and I forget that I'm streaming. Painting a model that I hate, bro. I do not like the bestless dreadnought. Oh, where? Oh, what's the challenge there, Raffle? I can't. That is liable to get me copyright striked. So, I will not be doing that. Don't sell me out like that. I'll have you know it's a wonderful time. Alright, Shadow, I'm gonna look this anime up, and if it's just cringe, I'm gonna be not very happy with you. So, you share an anime that's a video game adaptation that is absolute garbage. Its lowest rating is a 1.7 on IMDb. Here's the thing. I don't go out of my way to watch garbage. Because you can call me boring, but trash is better left in the trash. There are just some things in life that you don't need to dig up. They can just stay in the trash can where they belong. They don't have to be brought out. They don't have to be brought up. You can just... You do this incredible thing and just leave it in the garbage. No, I am not watching it. For one, I can't even do it legally, so I'm not going to.
Hello, whoever brought up isekais, please stop.
It's not isekais.
Oh, sorry, I assumed.
It's called Mars of Destruction, and it's a terrible anime. And Zach is wanting me to watch it without incentive. He's like, I challenge you to watch it. Here's the thing. I can just say no. I can save myself the headache and the pain and just say no. And shut up, Alex, you're not helping. Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hello, sweet baby.
Is Alice in Wonderland an isekai?
Yes.
Yes! And note of fact, I don't even like Alice in Wonderland.
Why is there a Diet Pepsi in the fridge?
Huh?
Diet Pepsi. There was a Diet Pepsi in the fridge.
Oh, because I got you one.
It's for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
New core book is kind of mid for Warhammer. Core book? What do you mean? What core book? Kosek, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't just drop names on me and expect me to understand what the fuck you're saying. What are you talking about? You rapid fired like multiple things off. What the fuck are you talking about? What new core rulebook? Okay. So here's the thing about me. I don't like Crusade. So essentially, the Crusade rules are garbage to me. I'm glad that you enjoy them, but like, every time I've tried to play Crusade, it has ended in absolute fucking failure and just armies being broken. Crusade is meant to be more fluffy, which is fair. That's a playstyle. I just don't like that playstyle. Because it can lead to a very imbalanced experience. And honestly, I wish GW would have just done away with it. Personally. Both of them are complete Kosek, what the fuck is that statement? It depends on which one's more complete. They're both complete. One just adds in campaign ideas. Kosek, either I buy a rulebook and it tells me all the lore and shows me different painting techniques as well as the rules to the game, as well as having Crusade rules in them, or I buy the one book with nothing but Crusade rules. What the fuck are you talking about? What magic are you talking about, bud? Like, You just unironically said to me that, like, oh yeah, the Crusade book offers a complete experience. No, it doesn't. It does not. It offers an experience. An additional experience on top of the experience that is already in the book. My rulebook has Crusade rules in it, along with every other mission and data cards. What are you talking about, bud? It's not a complete experience, it's an add-on. I don't know why you said it that way. That is so weird saying it. And that also implies, like, oh, buying the 40k rulebook is like a waste of your goddamn time. Then buying the Crusade book is the exact opposite of what you said. Besides, I find a lot of those missions in those books to be heavily one-sided. Like, there's no balance to a lot of those battles. It's just one way or the other, and it's usually Imperium win. Which can be, like, extremely frustrating. Because, like, I played some of those missions in, like, tournaments and shit, because, like, our tournament organizer liked to torture us. And it was... cool. I can tell you right now, it was a waste of bunch of pages to put that stuff in my book. Because I'm never going to use them. Because I think Crusade is stupid. And smelly. There's no point to it. If you enjoy it as a mode, though, I am glad. I don't like it. And, like, playing like, the missions from last edition has really soured me to it. You can read. It's there. Everybody can see it. Like, I don't mean to put you on blast there, Kosek. I really do not like Crusade. Like, I got tabled one game because of how the game forced me to deploy, and it was just like, it was just shooting squids in a barrel for my opponent at that point. Just looking at me and then shooting me, and I couldn't touch him. Because the mission just wouldn't let me. Cool. It's just another example of GW being greedy because they're selling you two of the same book. It's just that one comes in a box, the other one doesn't. Which is dumb. Hey, Aramis. You came at a weird time, my guy. Because I got Kosek telling me that GW's being dumb again, which is not a shock. And Zach is sad with me because I refuse to watch a bad anime. For no incentive or gain. Unless the power of bribery's involved, I'm not doing it. Gotta keep my head clear for fucking the next video, which I'm gonna be scripting tomorrow. Gotta keep my brain clear. Unless the power of bribery is involved. What chapter are we painting, lads? We're painting my own chapter. We're painting my, Wardens of Macragge. Are you talking about multiverse theory in general, or what are you talking about? That's too vague of a question. Type clearly into the chat box. Well, that needs to be thrown out. Yeah, please ask your question again, but more clearly and concisely with the keyboard. Because I have no idea what the fuck you just asked me. Cheddar skirts the lines of heresy. What are you talking about? You just made a totem pole out of children. What's wrong with that? Oh wait, that wasn't you? Well, was it? Okay. Zach, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, bud. What the fuck are you talking about? And Aramis, if you want to post your chapter's history in the Discord, you can. It's somewhere up in the chat if you want to look for it, Aramis. But, like, its its lowest score was 1.7 from IMDb. And I refuse to watch it for very good reasons. Mars of Destruct. Okay. Zach, why aren't you enunciating your question to me? Because if you're asking what I feel about multiverses, I'm fine with them. They allow for creative story writing. Some of it good, some of it fucking bad. Working on my own as well. Hell yeah! Everyone should just make their own custom chapters. Fuck playing any other chapter. My chapter is the Masters of the Universe. So Zach is either doing one of two things. He's either gone to bribe me with money to go watch this horrible anime that he wants me to watch, or he's left. Because he's not he's not enunciating! How am I supposed to answer his question if I don't understand it? What multiple universes? What are you talking about? Shadow, please! What are you fucking talking about? Multiple universes to what? Are we talking real life? We talking media? If we're talking media, which series we talking about, bud? Specify, please! I'm begging! Unless you're doing this intentionally to drive me nuts! Which, if you are just doing this to drive me nuts, please donate to the Ko-fi so that way, like, I can, like, go to the hospital and pay for my insanity fees.